So tonight we'll be using Flourishing Phrases. This set has been in the catalog for a while, but I gotta tell you, it's always been one of my favorites. I hope you guys have this one. What I love most about this set is one, of course, I love the flower and the leaves, but this swirl, oh, I'm crazy about that swirl. The other thing I love about this set is I have a sentiment for the outside and a sentiment for the inside. Look at all of those. Very nice font. Wonderful, versatile set. You guys know I'm all about versatility. I want to get the most out of my stamp sets that I can. This is always a winner, Flourishing Phrases. Now, I told you I'm going to have Christmas versions of my cards, and I'm going to use the Carols of Christmas because I absolutely love these ornaments and these great big sentiments. So I'll be showing you an alternate project tonight using that stamp set. This was an 8.5 by 11 piece of Pool Party cardstock that I cut down to 5.5 by 11, and then I had to trim off a little bit. It's going to be 10 3/4, okay? 5.5 by 10 3/4. So this is the piece that's left over, but we're gonna use some of that, so hold on to it. Now I did some scoring on this one. This has been scored at 3 3/4 and 7 inches. And let me show you how this card's gonna kind of go together. It's going to be, whoops, I'm holding it wrong. It's gonna be like this. All right, so that's how we're gonna get our trio panel. Now, let me show you the designer series paper and the cardstock we need. Again, whole lot of lovely, because it's just a whole lot of lovely. So we have got a piece, this was a piece of designer series paper that was 7 inches by 5 1/4, and I have cut it down 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, 3.5 by 5 1/4, and that left me 3 inches, okay? So one more time, 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, 3.5 by 5 1/4, and 3 inches by 5 1/4. And those are gonna be our panel pieces. And what I loved about this is the back side is gonna go really, really nicely with my cards. So yes, Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 3.5, and then you're just gonna need a piece of scrap, okay? All right, oh, let's see, I need one more thing. I have beautiful Pool Party Shimmer ribbon. I've got 20 inches of that. And then you're just going to need a 2-inch circle punch from Soft Suede. Okay, now we are going to be using a framelit tonight, and I decided to use the stitch shape framelits. If you don't have the stitch shape framelits, not a problem. You can use the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, or you could use your circle framelits, but I love the look of those stitches, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna make a Comfort and Healing to You card. So we're gonna make a Get Well card. I'm gonna bring in my Soft Suede ink pad, and we're gonna stamp that Comfort and Healing just here in the middle of our scrap piece of cardstock. And I'm gonna bring in the 1.5 inch circle punch for this. And we're just going to simply punch that out. Now I'm going to come in with the Pool Party. Remember we had that big piece left over? What are we gonna do with it? We are gonna take that stitch shaped framelit. We're gonna run that through the Big Shot and through the magic of television. It's gonna look like this. Isn't it amazing? It put itself together. It's magic. We're gonna start, I'm gonna open this up, and you notice I have a 3.5 inch panel here and a 3.5 inch panel here, and I've got a 3 inch here. So let's go ahead and start putting these together. All right, real quick, I just want to show you what I'm doing. You notice I'm just putting those panels on there. Let's take this last panel, set that off to the side. I'm going to do some stamping with Warmth and Caring from Me. And I'm going to come over just a little bit because I know that strip is going to go right there. Perfect. All right, we're going to add this little strip right here on the side, kind of like what we just did. All right, so you can see how this card is just going to flip there. That's what I was saying. That's why I like that little bit of a contrast on the paper right there. We're going to come in with a 1/8 inch circle punch. Okay, this is just the little handheld punch. And guys, I'm just going to punch in the center. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I made a little mark just to make sure I got it centered. You don't have to, because you really can just eyeball it. Let me flip that back over so you can see it's right here on that first panel. We're gonna take that gorgeous ribbon. Oh my goodness, this gorgeous ribbon. And what I love about this part of the technique is I don't have to worry about the ribbon falling off. I could have just wrapped it around. Oh, nay, nay.
Oh, nay, nay.
Oh, nay, nay. We are going to tie this here on the side. Okay, so there is my bow. Let me trim off my excess. Not too much, okay, because they're going to have to undo this bow to open the card. All right, well, that looks really pretty, but where did my sentiment go? Let's add the sentiment. I wanted to make it a little more fabulous because it's what I do. We're going to take the copper metallic thread. You guys love this stuff. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. But I have fallen in love with metallic thread. I promise I could use it on everything. I have got 2 dimensionals on the back of my sentiment. And by the way, those dimensionals are lined up and down. And the reason why is because I don't want those dimensionals hitting the ribbon. Know what I mean? I want them on either side. So we've got 2 dimensionals there. Let me peel off the backing. And this is one of my little favorite tricks when it comes to metallic thread. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers about 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There's really no right or wrong. Then, of course, it has to go flying across the room. You know, it's what it does. We will slide this off. So I'm just going to bring those little threads in and watch this. We're just going to press them onto those dimensionals. You do kind of let go of it, and that's okay. But we want to make sure as best we can that some of these threads are touching the dimensionals. Like that. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. I like how that looks. There should be enough dimensional sticky on there. And you notice when I'm sticking it, I'm actually covering up that little hole. Do you see that? Because I just didn't really want that to show. Make sure I get it on there straight. And you're going to want to give that a good press because we do have that metallic thread on there. So we want to make sure it's good and pressed. And there we go. And the recipient can just untie. And I've got plenty of room to write a little message. That is just a cute card. I love it. And this one, again, that sentiment, you guys know that sentiment and that designer series paper can be anything. All right, let me bring in the Christmas version. Here we go. This is the Christmas version. Oh, look what I did. I put the ribbon down here at the bottom. I just decided to shake it up. That sentiment was awfully big, so I wanted to kind of make the ribbon a little more of a focal image. Deck the halls back in with that Merry Music designer series paper and a few of the rhinestone jewels. I love that. Let me show you the inside of this card. And this is what we have on the inside. So I just stamped the ornaments from Deck the Halls, added another rhinestone, because do you see how that one little ornament sticks out? That was so fun. So if you'll just line up, when you stamp these, just line up that circle one right there on the edge and you will be just fine. But I loved the way the music kind of tied in. Really, really fun card. And like I said, this one, you're just going to change the location of the little circle punch that you made there on the end. And